English clubs are ruling the roost when it comes to European competition, but are you ruling the FPL stakes? This is FW Fantasy. First up, we'll take a look at this week's market movers, and after a certain 7-2 win, it's all about Manchester City midfielders.
And the first of those is Raheem Sterling. He dropped to 7.8 earlier in the season, but he managed to get back to his starting price of 8 million last Thursday. After bagging 15 points against Stoke last weekend, he hit 8.1 million on Sunday night, and he could get to 8.2 million on Friday night. His ownership has almost doubled, up to 12%. Everybody wants a piece of Sterling.
Also on a meteoric rise up the value ladder is David Silva, who hit 8.6 million this week.
The Spaniard started the season on 8 million but hit 8.6 million this week as managers flock to a midfielder who is guaranteed minutes in a successful team. City face Burnley and West Brom in their next two games, so Silva, alongside Sterling and Sane, has seen several new owners this week.
This week's must-buy is Anthony Martial, who looks a bit of a steal at 8 million.
This is probably one for the short term, with United facing Huddersfield this weekend, and after Marcus Rashford went off with an injury against Benfica in midweek. The Frenchman is cheap for a goal-scoring midfielder and is owned by less than 3%, so he ticks several boxes.
Now, last week we pointed out Ben Davies as one to watch on the brink of a Danny Rose return, and now that Rose has made that return, it seems that the Ben Davies gravy train might have had its heyday.
Spurs have a tough set of fixtures on the horizon, and we're not sure whether Davies is fully fit just yet. Add to the mix Pochettino's preference for rotating his fullbacks, and it might be time to cash in on any profit made on Davies and swap him out.
That's all from me. Don't forget you can stay up to date with all of our fantasy tips by liking us on Facebook, following on Twitter, and of course subscribing on YouTube. As always, send us your questions and we will do our best to answer them. But for now, this has been your FW Fantasy Update ahead of Game Week 9.